How's it going, everybody? My name's Jason Morgan, and today we're going to be looking at crimes in the Buckeye area. Um, I tried to find my zip code. Fortunately, my zip code had very, very little crime in the last 6 months, so I kind of expanded my search to include the Avondale Buckeye area. So above we have the LexisNexis map. This kind of breaks down what type of crime is in the area and where it's taking place. The majority of crimes in the area are property crime, whether it be vehicle theft, vehicle break-in, burglary, aggravated assault, battery, regular assault. All of these crimes are occurring in the area pretty frequently for the last 6 months. It's most active in the residential neighborhoods for the property crime, and then a lot of the battery and assaults are all happening near shopping centers. So I'm gonna just kind of briefly break down what each crime is. Vehicle theft, pretty self-explanatory. Somebody steals your car. Vehicle break-in, somebody broke into your car. Burglary is another real simple one. Somebody broke into your home and stole your stuff. Aggravated assault, you assaulted somebody with a weapon. Assault, you assaulted somebody. And then battery is kind of like you got into a fight, but no one really got too hurt. But all of these crimes cause financial loss and emotional damage and stress. It kind of cements that feeling of being unsafe. And all these types of crimes require large amounts of manpower and hours. It's a lot of reporting, it's a lot of investigating, it's a lot of he said, she said, and it leaves the public feeling unsafe. So that kind of goes into who does that really impact, right? It impacts our stakeholders, aka our community. These are our residents. These are the vehicle owners. These are the businesses, the car dealerships, the big box retailers. This is the police department. This is your local government. Every single person, when a crime is committed, is impacted. The residents feel unsafe. They feel insecure. Vehicle owners don't want to leave their car parked out on the street. Business owners are losing revenue. Police departments are sending officers out and they're losing manpower. Local government is being held accountable. Like, hey, why is this happening? Why aren't you sending resources? Where's the money? All of these things have a direct impact on our community and our stakeholders. Now, the direct impact on these people vary kind of depending on where they stand on the spectrum. Residents, for instance, they don't feel safe anymore. They don't want to leave their car on the street. They don't trust that their home's going to be safe. They feel violated. They feel unsecure. Businesses, they lose the trust of the public. Why would I shop at your place? There's people stealing from you. I can't leave my car parked in your parking lot. You're not doing it, not enough to protect me. And then there's the financial side of it too for businesses. They're losing customers. They're having their products stolen. Their insurance rates are going up. The police department, it's a higher demand on case officers. It's a higher demand on first responders because now they're sitting there writing reports. It takes them out of the street and takes them away from active crimes being committed. It ties up resources. Local government, it's a loss of trust. It's budgeting issues because now you have officers staying OT to write the report. It's loss of revenue because people aren't coming into your town and spending money. The insurance companies also, like, they they pay the claim, but that has a trickle down effect also once again to our residents, because they'll pay the claim, but then the premiums get higher, and then people can't afford that, and then they don't go without insurance, and then the next time they're victimized, they don't have a financial get back. So here's just some brief things that I feel like we can do to help mitigate the crime in the area. Increase patrols and hotspots. We know where the crimes are being committed. We need to allocate the resources to help prevent that. Promote the neighborhood watch programs. I know everybody sees the signs and they think they're kind of goofy, but they work. Criminals aren't going to go where they know they're being watched. It's as simple as that. Let the public know what's going on. Uh, Provide the data, provide the analytics, give them the resources, let them know. Like, hey, we found that 60% of houses that had a visible camera weren't burglarized. Let them know so that they can make an informed decision and kind of help prevent crime and help them stop being victimized. Partner up with businesses and let them know what they need to increase their security. A lot of business owners aren't they're not necessarily law enforcement. They don't come from a military background. They don't have a security background. They don't understand where their cameras need to look, how often they need to have a security guard. They don't understand when the high crime rates occur. Just let them know. Um, Use the data and resources and analytics that we have and staff accordingly. If we know that a Memorial Day weekend's coming up, for instance, and we know there's going to be a lot more drinking and driving and drunk people walking around, we know to put more, officers out on foot. Um, Also, encourage residents to use technology and get those cameras, get better locks. Everywhere you go, there's a Ring camera for sale. You can find them on Amazon, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club. They all have them. And that goes back to the neighborhood watch. If you make yourself a hard target and you make criminals feel like they're being watched, they won't come around. And then I know it sucks because it's summer and we're in Arizona, but prioritize foot patrols. Get out, interact with the community, be seen. If they know that there's a police officer that walks around the block, they're generally not going to hang around the block. They don't want to be stopped and asked, and hey, what are you doing here? I've never seen you before. Get to know your residents, get to know your community. This really helps build that trust and that rapport with the community. Ultimately, this area definitely suffers from property crime and from assault, but I don't feel like it's the end all be all. Though the it impacts the stakeholders and it impacts the community, I think with a focused prevention strategy and community policing and actually helping out the community, we can kind of make Buckeye a better place for everyone. Thank you for your time.